Hi everyone, my name is Ritika, and today I'm going to be talking about the inert pair effect. Okay, so no rocket science here. So basically, inert means something which doesn't want to react, and pair means something which is two in number. So simply, there is something which is two in number and do not want to react. Okay, so let's try to understand what is this two in number and why they don't want to react, which is causing the inert pair effect. Okay, so if we talk about the definition first, inert pair effect basically means there's a reluctance of the two electrons in the 6s orbital of the heavy p block elements to participate in bonding. Well, that was very, very fast. Okay, let's try to understand what exactly that means and why is that happening. Okay, so okay, I'll just scroll further. Now, let's look at the three heavy metals in the P block, okay, of the group 13, 14, and 15, which is basically thallium, lead, and bismuth. Okay, so for clarity, I have written their atomic numbers and their electronic configurations here. Okay, atomic number is 81, 82, and 83, which is like huge. Okay, so the atomic number is quite big, means the element is quite heavy. Okay, the metal is quite heavy. So now what happens is that if thallium wants to react, okay, it will give away this one electron, obviously, okay, and if it does that, it will form thallium plus one ion, okay. Also, what it can also do is it can give this one along with these two, okay, which means a total of three electrons, and that will form thallium plus three ion, okay. Similarly, the lead can do the same. It will give away its two electrons from here, which will form the lead plus two ion, or it can also give away the two ions from the 6s, two electrons from the 6s orbital and form Pb plus 4, okay? And similarly, even bismuth can do the same. It can either give away these three electrons out and form the bismuth plus 3 ion, or it can give away even these two electrons and it can form this bismuth plus 5. Okay, so this is what inert pair effect is. It basically states that the stability of these two ions, which are possible in the heavier elements, will go this way. The Tl plus 1 is going to be more stable than Tl plus 3. The lead plus 2 is going to be more stable than lead plus 4. And bismuth plus 3 is going to be more stable than bismuth plus 5, which basically means that the smaller oxidation state is going to be more stable than the higher oxidation state possible in the heavy metals. Okay. And why is that? It is because, obviously, I told you, if this bismuth wants to give away, right, it will give away this one electron, and that it will do quite easily because, well, it's just in the p orbital, it's quite far away from the nucleus, so very easy to give it out, and that will what will happen. Okay, but these 6s2 electrons, okay, even they are far away from the nucleus because it is 6s, means there are 6 shells, right? So the atom is quite big, which means the 6s is also lying very far away. But because of the very poor shielding effect shown by the 4f and the 5d orbitals, means that whenever there's a presence of 4s and 5, I mean d and f orbitals, right, they are not very good at, stopping the attraction between nucleus and the farthest electron. Okay, because they are flower shaped, they are just bifurcated. S orbital is like this, it is a sphere. Okay, so it is very good at shielding, but these d and these f are not very good at shielding, because what they'll do is they're not very good at shielding the farthest electron from the nucleus, and because of that the nucleus is still able to attract that electron which is out there in the 6s orbital, and that is still attracted to the nucleus. Okay, and because the nucleus is still attracting that electron, it is not ready to give it up. Okay, and because it is not ready to give it up, well, we need energy to make this happen. We have to provide energy in order for these 6s 2 electrons to come out, because the nucleus is saying no, I am still attracting it, because these d and f present in between are just useless. They are not, making me far enough. They're not making me not attract, because they are just having a very poor shielding effect. That is why, because of the poor shielding effect of the 4f and 5d electrons or orbitals, electrons in the orbitals present, this 6s2 electron is also very tightly attracted towards the nucleus, and that is why giving that up in any reaction is very tough for the heavy elements, and that is why the lower oxidation state in the heavy metals is quite stable than the higher oxidation state. Okay, so that is it. That is your inert pair effect. It basically means as we go down in p block, right, the lower oxidation state becomes much more stable than the higher oxidation state, simply because the 6s2 electrons are 6s electrons, I mean 2 electrons, the pair, okay, 6s2, because it's a pair, it is more attracted to the nucleus because of the poor shielding effect of the FND, and hence it is an inert pair. Okay, so I hope that was useful, and thank you so much for watching.